Well, howdy everybody. All right, so I'm going to do a introduction to citations and go over the assignment that we're going to have for citations. This is the raw document that you will download from the assignment page. That's what the assignment page is going to look like. There'll be a document that you need to download, and it'll include the citations, and then there'll be instructions as to what we need to do. But ultimately, what needs to happen is the document needs to look exactly like the example that is given. This is the example that is given, and then this is the raw document. So you'll notice some differences here. So let me talk to you for a second about citations and why this is probably one of the more powerful tools while you were a student in Microsoft Word. The reason is that citations kind of geek me out. I get really excited about it because it can save you a tremendous amount of time knowing how to do citations for your future English papers, history papers, whatever papers you're going to need to do. It's awesome. So Word has built-in citation functionality. So if you've ever had to do a really big paper and you had to put citations in a bibliography, Word can do most of that work for you automatically. So let me just show you real quick. So if you go to the References tab, there's an option, bunch of options here, and one's called Citations and Bibliography. And so if you go to Manage Sources, the document that we have already has the three sources already pre-built. But if I wanted to, let's say there's a book that I'm going to reference in one of my documents that I'm creating for school, you go to Click New. And because we have this set as APA style, notice it says APA right here, Word can also do MLA, other formats. So up here in the citations and bibliography, you can select the different formats. So if you have a teacher that wants you to use the MLA format or the APA format, those are the two most common ones. For the work that we're doing right now, we're using APA. So if I go to Manage Sources and click New, it's going to base it on the APA style, and it asks for all the information. And once you've put this information in, it'll look like this. This is a journal article, has all the information that you need to produce a valid bibliography or a works cited. And I'll show you how to do the works cited here in just a little bit, but it's super, super cool, super easy. It'll make your life a lot easier. Had I known this when I was first going through school, it would have saved me hours of time. Of course, back then we were doing things with chisel and hammer. We didn't really have Microsoft Word because that's how old I am. So let's dig into the assignment. So the assignment is asking us to create a document that looks just like this one. And I've done this assignment multiple times, so I'm going to dig right through it and show you what we're looking for. So it wants the header to be properly formatted with your last name and page number. There's going to be some formatting here that we'll take care of to get it to look exactly like that. So let's start off with the header and footer. We'll double click in the header. Go to page number over here. I'm going to say top of page. Put it on the right hand side. Putting in my last name. So that task is now done. Then I want to make sure that everything is double spaced. So I'm going to come up here to paragraph, choose my spacing, click double, and that'll put everything in double space. Then the next thing I want to do is make sure that my name and everything is over here at the top. So you're going to put your name, instructor name. This is a word processing class. And then you're going to put today's date. Do not put what I just put in there. You're going to actually put in the information. So your name, your instructor's name, word processing, and the current date. I'm just putting that in there so you know what we're asking for. Next thing is we want this to be centered. So we're going to center this guy here. And then we want indents at the beginning of each paragraph. And then I'm going to get rid of the extra carriage returns at the end of each one. You notice now we're getting closer to making it look like the real thing. Then the next thing we want to do is add all of the references. There's technically 4 references in this document. Even though the assignment says do 3, go ahead and do all 4. So there's one here at the top, there's one here after this paragraph, at the end of this paragraph, and at the end of this paragraph. So we're going to make them look just like this. I'm going to show you how to make it so it excludes the page numbers. Or I'm sorry, the years. The assignment is asking you to insert the citation without the years, except for this first one. It has the first one here, and I'll show you how to do that. So we'll put our cursor at the end of that statement there, we're going to go to References. We're going to click on Insert Citation. You notice that the 3 citations are already there, pre-built for us. You're not having to manually type them in. So this one happens to be Humboldt, and we're going to leave that as default. The next one down here is going to be for Shun. So we are going to go to Insert Citation, and then you'll notice that it added the year. And if you click on the citation, it'll add the little arrow. You drop that down, and you're going to click Edit Citation. And when you do that, it's giving you a little bit of options for that citation. We want to suppress the year. So we're going to select year, and we're going to suppress that, which means it will not include the year. If I click OK, the year is now gone. Make sure there's a period at the end of that. Then we're going to go to the end of the second paragraph. Little suggestion, just go right to the, go to the left of the period, put a space, then go to Insert Citation. This one I believe is Johnson. Yep. And then again, we're going to click on the citation, click on the arrow, Edit Citation, and we want to suppress the year. Click OK. And that looks just like the one there. And then we're going to go to the end of the final paragraph. We're going to Insert Citation. This one is going to be Humboldt. And this one we want to suppress the year, but we also want to put in a page number, because you notice our example has page 30. And if we just put in up here in page, put 30, click OK, it looks just like that one. Humboldt, page 30. Okay, that is all of our citations. We're good to go for all of the citations. What we want to do now is a footnote and an endnote. That is what is up here. So right after this first paragraph citation, there's a 1. After the second paragraph citation, there's an I, or Roman numeral 1, or just a lowercase I, sorry. So we're going to go up here to the end of the first paragraph. Pretty easy. Under References, we're going to insert footnote. When you do that, it puts the 1 and automatically puts your cursor down here at the bottom. I'm just going to put my last name. That's what's required by the assignment. Then at the end of the second paragraph, we're going to, right after the second citation, we're going to insert an endnote right up here. So we do that, changes that to lowercase I, and then pushes it all the way to the end of the document. Again, we're going to put in our last name, and then we're going to type in the word endnote in quotes. All right, so now we have our footnote and endnote. Looks just like that, and looks just like that. The last remaining item is to get rid of these references here. And we are going to insert a works cited or bibliography. So after we've gotten rid of that, we'll come up here to Citations and Bibliography, click the drop down under Bibliography, and the one that we want for this particular assignment says Works Cited. So click on that, and magically it automatically puts in the works cited exactly the way that it needs to be done when you submit a bibliography or works cited for any document that you're doing in the APA format. We could change this if we want to. You'll notice if I change this to MLA, the information over here will change because it's a different format. It's a wonderful thing. So then what we want to do is just make sure that the works cited is centered, just the name works cited. And now we have our works cited, looks just like our example document. Everything is there. It's just that easy. And again, works cited is probably one of the more powerful tools within Word that helps students save time and energy. So now you can carry these works cited, the references. You can go to your sources, and you can add. I can add these to my master list so that they're available in other papers that I'm writing. So let's say this is a paper that I'm writing for a class, and then 2 weeks from now I'm going to write another paper, but it's going to include the same authors or citations. You can copy these to your master list so they're available in other documents. It's a wonderful thing. It'll save you a lot of time. So again, I get really excited about it because this is one thing that students usually go, man, I really wish I knew this a year ago or 2 years ago when I was creating documents. So you guys are doing great work. We're almost at the end of the semester. Keep it up. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Take care.